I think the message more than anything was to try to reassure the community, number one, that what happened was really unique. It's not typical of Montgomery County or any suburban area or even in an urban area. It was a very unique situation, and to reassure them, number one, that Montgomery County Police was doing everything in our power to solve the case. We have detectives that have been working nonstop, over 100 people interviewed, forensics that's taking place, enforcement on the street of trying to dig up clues, and just to make sure the community, number one, knew, listen, this isn't normal. It's highly unlikely that something like that's going to happen again, and that there wasn't any, as far as I know, any association with that neighborhood that caused anything or led there. It happened where it happened, and that we're doing everything in our power. And then the follow up, I think it prompted a conversation in the community, like, oh, what's going on in the village? And there's a crime wave going on, and we wanted to wrap facts around the rumors or the conversations that were going on in the community, to put the context around it so that people understood, hey, if you see a rise in this statistic or that, here's to explain some of what's going on, and some of the crime is going up, there's no question, but a big part of it is, here's the context and here's what we're doing, here's what you can do, and let's come back and hopefully have an effect on these things. But two of our main categories that have seen a significant rise in crime stats are theft from vehicles and auto thefts, and a lot of that is directly related to, as a community throughout Montgomery County, of people leaving their cars unlocked. So we're trying to get that message. And then on the robberies, which I take is one of the most serious crimes we have to deal with, which also has gone up, is looking at, okay, well, who's getting robbed, when, where, what can we affect? And we have made several arrests that are having an impact. But we're, overall in the county, a community of over 1 million people, and we're going to have crimes, and our job is to, track them down and hold people accountable, and that's what we're doing. And I think sometimes if we're not really affirmative in communicating that message to the community, then they're left to not knowing what we're doing. And so I think tonight what I got from the community a lot was, hey, thank you for being here, thank you for sharing. We maybe thought you were doing those things, but it's really good to hear from you and just be reaffirmed that you're on it, and we appreciate what our police department's doing. So I think mission accomplished as far as hopefully getting that message out tonight.
Is Montgomery Village safe?
Yeah, I mean, I think you have to look at everything in the context and perspective, of comparing it to even statistics. We showed, from 2015, 16, there's been, increases along the way, but that's also true of the county, and that's also true of the nation. So it doesn't mean that we just go, oh, well, the nation's going up in crime. So we have work to do, and yes, it is a safe place, but there are certainly, pockets of crime and issues that we have to contend with. We have great cops and detectives, and we have good data to work with, and with the community. I think when you see a room like this fill up, the community cares, and they want to be engaged, and hopefully we help empower them to be an active part of making their community safer too.